Hi, and welcome to the Mighty Crispy. So here we have the coloring of this commission, the final piece in this sort of video series. You can see that I'm starting off with blacks, and I'm also using Sharpies to start, and that is because my Copic black is empty. So instead of using the Copic like I normally would, I'm using Sharpies. I'm using two different sizes, just a regular one and a very, like a Sharpie pen kind of size, just so I can get into the little tiny corners without going outside of where I want to go. Um, I almost always start with black, and I think that's just sort of because it's kind of the extension of the inking. When I'm using the Copic, sometimes I'll just sort of extend my shading lines with it or whatever uh, with the black. You can see here I've left a tiny little space of white um, around sort of the black line that's going to separate Catwoman's legs. And that's sort of something I've learned just by looking at comic books and stuff is that if you leave that little white space there, like you have to define it somehow, and leaving the white space is how you end up defining that bit of space. Also, before when I was inking, I made little shapes on the one side of Catwoman's body, and that's to have the shine of her suit. I chose to go with just sort of an all black kind of suit instead of the one that's more detailed, like in Arkham City or whatever. Sort of straight black. Because I figured that's sort of the kind of suit that would fit with this picture. Otherwise, like she would have been super detailed, and Harley and Poison Ivy not so much. Um, so you can see I've got a third uh, Sharpie there, a fat one to get the big areas. That's something that I haven't bought yet. Is a Copic. You can buy like really wide Copic markers. I guess for this type of thing, and for coloring in the sky or coloring in something that's all one color because it comes in the really fat Copics come in just really basic colors. Just provide a base. So there you can see Catwoman's pretty much done. The ink on Harley is all the blacks are done. And there's a page I've sort of used to what color of this do I want? What color of that do I want? So I've gone with I think it's green 28 or green 09 to do Poison Ivy's suit. And you can mix the Copics. I mean that's the whole point of them. I tend not to do that as much because I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to that. There's a few pieces here and there that I've done where I'm like, oh, if I mix these two reds, I'll get the shade that I want um, for the shadows or whatever. But just because this is such, sort of a basic um, pin-up kind of thing, I figured I wouldn't do much shadowing uh, beyond the little bit of shading that I've already done. You can see it too that I'm turning the page and turning the page and turning the page. And because I find it easier if my outside line is on the left of where the marker is, and that way I don't go outside the line. Uh, and that's just a preference thing. Like to try and color a whole page without ever turning the book. Like my hand is in the way of what I want to color sometimes. And so by turning the page, I avoid that, and my hand stays out of the way, and I can see exactly what I want to color. So as this commission comes to a close, if you have something you'd like to see, um, a technique you'd like to discuss, a question you have to ask, uh, just post it in the comments below, or you can tweet me at crispy47. Uh, it's any question is good. Any comment is good because feedback is how you learn and grow and get better at what you're doing. Um, so any questions you've got, uh, send them on, and I'll be happy to answer them. If you want to see more of what I've got, you can check out my blog, The Mighty Crispy, at blogspot.ca. I'm currently posting a whole comic, like another whole comic. I have one whole comic book posted up, and I'm posting a whole second one. So if you'd like to, you know, read that, hop over there, and you can look back through the July and August 2014 archives and see the comics that I posted up. Here I'm just doing the skin color, and I was wondering if I'm gonna do um, Poison Ivy's skin and all, because I've seen her as like chalk white, just like Harley, and I've also seen her done skin color, so I chose to go with sort of the animated series skin color kind of look and fill her in. And I left Harley out because I've seen Harley both ways too, because Harley hasn't been dropped into, well, depending on what comic book you read, she hasn't been dropped into acid like the Joker has. So I decided to leave her white, just because that's the way she is in the Harley Quinn series that's out now. So yeah, any feedback is great. If you got questions, let me know. You can get me on Twitter at crispy47, CHRISPY47, or you can email me at themightycrispy@gmail.com. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.